It's time for another photography adventure video. Welcome to the West Desert. I'm out here to see a few different things today, and I'm going to take you along with. We've got a spot that a friend of mine recommended that is way up on the north side of the Great Salt Lake called the Lucin Cutoff. We're going to try and adventure up some roads and find our way there. It's a spot where this railroad causeway cuts the lake basically in thirds, and the northern half has different salinity and levels than the southern half of the lake, and you'll see pictures sometimes of bacteria coloring one side pink and the other side maybe more of a purple. We're going to try and capture that with the drone. But first, I've got a spot here that I think might be interesting. There's an old airway marker from 100 years ago marking the way from Salt Lake all the way out to San Francisco. So we're going to launch the drone and see if we can track that down before we head further north up the lake. So this friend of mine actually used to be an airman, and he likes to point out where these markers are. They used to use them before there was GPS or even sectional maps to be able to point ways between cities so that you could get there and know which way you were headed. So they used to be painted in bright colors. They're concrete blocks, and most of the ones I've tracked down these days are just that concrete color now. This one actually showed that it was still orange on Google Maps. So that's kind of an interesting point of interest. We're going to see if we can launch the drone and find it. We'll see what its true color really is these days. Doesn't seem like a really bright idea to be heading out into the middle of the West Desert in the hot months of summer, but you know, I think it's only supposed to be 97 today, so not too hot. Did you see it up there?
Yeah, I saw it go by.
It actually is orange.
It is?
Yeah, come here, look. Somebody's painted this one. It probably looks just like it did 100 years ago. So we've hit the dirt road, and we'll take this for another 14 miles. We'll see where it goes. I'm excited to be out here in the West Desert. We're going to do some exploring. We'll see how far off-road we get, but we'll enjoy the scenery and take you along for the ride. What could possibly go wrong? If you come out here with a drone, this is a bombing range, and a lot of the area is restricted, so you end up with a really bad day if your drone gets sucked up into the intake of an F-22. So we're going to get north of that to some open airspace where we should hopefully be able to capture the causeway a little further up the road. Yeah, I like the look of the volcanic rock and then the salt down below it. We've reached the end of the line. So we passed all of the bombing and U.S. Air Force land and reached kind of the north end here where it's railroad property. So we're not going to go any further and trespass. We're going to respect everything here. But you can see the dry lake bed to the north, and what we're here for, that direction, let me zoom in for you, is some pink lake water. That top third of the lake cut off by the causeway should look really nice. So we'll put the drone in the air, head out that direction, and see what we can see. And in case you're wondering, the weather forecast, there's a little bit of wind, and we're up to 104 on the thermometer in my truck, so nice cool day. All right, gonna kick it into sport mode. Get ready to head out to the lake. Just bringing it in after the third flight. But we were able to get out there. The pink colors were evident in the video, and you should see some of that as well as the stills that I'll process. I'm pretty excited about this spot. So like any good adventure, here's a point of interest along the way here. We found a cave in the lava rock near the causeway. Yeah, it's bigger than I thought. I really could. I'd probably drive my truck all the way up in here. Now the lava rock has just been kind of undercut. almost like there's seams of rock. I don't know if that's from water depositing things or what. Really cool. West Desert is always full of surprises. It's been a great afternoon out here playing in the West Desert. I think we've seen some highlights. That navigation arrow for the aircraft from 100 years ago was painted bright orange and a lot of fun to look at. Also loved everything out there at the causeway. The causeway crosses the lake to do funny things where there's so much pink on the one side and blue on the other. It was striking to see that difference there. Like to see that, and my guide took me over to a spot where there was that cool cave as a little side quest. That was a ton of fun too. So thanks to Happy Scott Tours. Look him up online. You'll find a book a great tour to come out here to the West Desert. He's the best guide there is. And thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'm grateful to all 6 of you. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.